Welcome to my Playing with Power Super Mario Odyssey review. I'm going to go over what I liked, what I didn't like, and who I think this game is good for. So let's get started. So, first things first, Mario's on another 3D adventure, 3D platforming, collecting, puzzle solving. It's just like Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy before it. It's amazing. Let me just get that out of the way. If you want to leave the video now, go ahead. But I just want to say, it is amazing. It's back to its classic, what I consider classic, way of playing Mario. I grew up with Super Mario 64. I grew up playing Sunshine. I borrowed Sunshine from a friend and fell in love with it. I loved Galaxy. I love 3D Super Mario games for some reason. It's like the world they build, the characters and the NPCs they put in there, I just fall in love with. I love Mario running around, just you being able to explore, and that's what this game does best. This game lets you explore. This game lets you discover things. This game doesn't hold your hand like in Super Mario Sunshine, where you would go into a world, it would be like, oh no, this is what's wrong, beat it, and you'll get a shine sprite. Now it's, here's this world, also there's 56 moons to collect. Go find them, you need X to go on to the next world. And I love that so much, because I was talking with a friend and I was like, this doesn't play like that, like Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64, where you would go into a world, you would have an issue, it'd show you the star or the shine sprite or the whatever it was, and your objective was to get to point A, the start, to solving the puzzle to get to point B, and that's what it was. Whereas this one's, you go in and you just roam and you collect stars, moons, and it doesn't hold your hand at all. It doesn't. It's amazing in that sense. And I was talking with my friend and I was like, you know what this reminds me a lot of? A lot of. It reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. Now hear me out. It reminds me a lot of Banjo-Kazooie because you have multiple moons, multiple things to collect, such as the currency for the world, the moons, things like that. They're small, like small things to do to get these moons. Sometimes they're big, fight a boss, or go down this sewer and do this intense platforming section. But a lot of times it's just spell out Mario's name with these giant letters. Use Cappy to capture the letters and spell out Mario's name. Or take the seed to this pot and wait for the plant to grow, and then you got a moon. Or, bring whatever, bring this guy something and he'll give you a moon. Or define this character in the world and he'll give you a moon. And it's very quick, fast, and that's a good problem with this game, is it's so quick and fast. You sit down to play for an hour and you got yourself like 10, 15 moons and you're like, all right, I need more. I gotta keep playing. Now, those are things I liked. Things I didn't like. I will say, spoiler right now, I haven't spoiled too much so far, but right now is a spoiler alert. It's not going to be story elements, because everyone pretty much knows the story elements of a Mario game. It's going to be more about bosses, costumes, boss layouts, things like that. So if you haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, here's your warning. Alright, they're gone. So let's just say, the story is really short. Really short. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot to get through the game at all. It's real fast. Like I was saying, with how quickly you get moons, you're jumping from world to world to world to world. I started playing this game and I was like, alright, I'm going to play a world, do the main objectives, like, in Seaside Kingdom. The big thing is they're trying to steal the champagne for Bowser's wedding, and there's a giant octopus taking it, and the kingdom is like in unrest because of that. So you help defeat the octopus, you beat the octopus, And my thing was like, I'll do those main objectives in the kingdoms and then explore a little bit, move on. But as I progressed, I was like, all right, let's just kick through the stuff, so then I'll come back to the kingdoms. And once I decided to do that, I realized how fast I got through it. It was like, wow. I went to the Luncheon Kingdom, and then I was like, all right, still a little bit to go, and then you fight that ridiculous dragon. Not that it was hard, it was just so out of nowhere. It's a realistic dragon in a Mario game. That's cool. And then you're at Bowser's castle or kingdom, and then you go to the moon, and then the game's pretty much over. And I was like, okay, sorry if you can hear that. They're doing yard work. Sorry. Anyway, so it was over so fast, and that I didn't care for that. However, I did like the fact that once you go back to the kingdoms, it's like a whole new world. A whole new world is open. There's so many new objectives and NPCs, and you get these little space or moon block things that you can open up that add way more moons to already a game full of moons. I beat the game with I think 246 moons. You can beat it in way less. And right now I am about halfway through, about 340, I think, 350 moons. There's 999. I'm still trucking. One thing I will say, some people might not like, I don't mind as much. Another thing I didn't care for, boss fights were pretty easy. Not a lot of intense platforming either, which is a shame, but you get what you take. I love the exploration. I love the characters. I love the new environments they've introduced, like the city and the woodland and the seaside. All of that I really love. I love Lake Kingdom. I think it's a great kingdom that reminds me a lot of Super Mario 64 for some reason. I love Mushroom Kingdom. I love all the hints and nods and, just straight call-outs to old games, like the costume you get in Mushroom Kingdom, which is like the polygon Super Mario 64 costume. I love that. I love it. And I love this game. I think it's great. It has way more positive stuff than it ever does negative. Mario controls like a dream. Cappy and his little buddy cop thing is amazing. I love everything. Now, who do I think this game is for? Because there was 3 games released on the 27th. 3 big games. Mario, Assassin's Creed, and Wolfenstein. And now, a lot of people can't just, alright, here's $120, or even more, $180. I want all 3 games. I think this game is for someone who likes to sit down, explore. You're not tied down to a very strict story. Someone who's not going to be like, I need a billion details in my story. Not at all. Someone who loves, I don't want to say cutesy, but a lot of cute, fun things. Nothing too serious. Nothing's at stake. You're not going to be on the edge of your seat doing this. I recommend this for someone who likes puzzles, someone who likes going that extra mile, looking around every single corner. That's who I recommend this game for. Someone who, one, loves Mario, likes platforming, is looking for a collectathon challenge, not necessarily in the gameplay mechanics, but in the collectathon, the collection of everything. That's the challenge. That's who I recommend this game for. So if that's what you're looking for, I highly recommend Super Mario Odyssey. It's a fantastic game. If you don't have a Switch yet, this, Breath of the Wild, Splatoon, the Switch is now worth it. This game alone is worth it for me. I highly recommend it. It's going to be right there up there with Breath of the Wild in my games of the year. So do yourself a favor. If you like Mario, if you like platforming, if you like puzzles, if you like collectathons, get Super Mario Odyssey. Go out and get it now. And that's it. This has been Playing with Power, the Super Mario Odyssey review, and I will catch you guys later. Real quick, I will be doing a video on that guy there, the SNES Classic. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like, share. You're going to want to check that out. You're going to want to see my thoughts on that because they are interesting.